Hey guys, this is Starcraft, and I'm back to bring you game 4, which is the fourth and final game of the first set of games between Team Empire and Team Evil Genius, two of the best two-player teams in the entire world. It will be EGAxSlav, the red Protoss. This is Warzone, by the way, the map, and his partner will be EGStrifeCro, the blue Zerg. They will be going against Aristeo, the teal Zerg, and his partner cubert, the purple Terran. We will see this game, and the first thing I always like to talk about when I'm casting these guys is I'm always wondering, is cubert going to be throwing down a bunker, and where is it going to be? Because that is always the first thing that tends to happen, and cubert will most likely be throwing a bunker down in this location, because on this map, Warzone is a bit of a relatively difficult map to successfully rush on, because you have only one choke point that blocks off this entire top of the map, is blocked by this one ramp, and there's a mirror image on the bottom, and then there are these side ramps here, but they are blocked by rubble, so it is difficult to do anything to utilize those side ramps in the early game. Though a lot of teams, what they will do is start to wall off this ramp and then get some fast expansions either at this center location, which is easily defended because it is equidistant between the two bases here. But these expansions aren't that hard to defend, because you have this rubble here, and then if you place an overlord or supply depot or pylon over here, you can tell when your opponents are trying to break that down and have time to reinforce it. And at the other side of the spectrum, it is a good idea to try and utilize this rubble. If you can break down these walls here, then you can force your opponents into a defensive scrambling position, and you can oftentimes successfully split up your armies, one player and the other, and like one player attack here, and then while they move over there, the other player comes in with lings and kills all the SCVs and whatnot. So we'll see if cubert actually had a lot of success going with that bio build last game and rushing. So I wonder if Aristeo and cubert are going to try for a rush tactic again, because they played defensive the first couple of games in this set. They played defensive, and they ended up losing those first two games as cubert went for a mech build. This Marine might be able to kill this probe, so close, but no, the probe will barely escape as it is gaining more and more distance on this Marine. But there is the early bunker for cubert, and he will be putting two Marines inside that. The second one is on the way. He is getting his tech lab and a second barracks, so he says, hey, you know what, screw this mech crap. It is not working against these guys, because part of the reason that his mech strategy is not working so well is because EGAxSlav very good with his immortal plays so far. Although they were a bit too late last time, EGAxSlav likes to go for an expansion, an early expansion, and he just pumps probes. And of course, right as I say that, he throws down 3 more gateways and is setting up for a 4-gate. So he is going to be changing up his strategy. I don't expect the bottom team to be going for an expansion with the way that EGAxSlav has just thrown down 3 additional gateways. His warp gate technology is going to be finishing right at about the same time as these gateways, and so we are going to see a heavy early push as EGAxSlav has actually already thrown down a proxy pylon up here. Aristeo does know about this. cubert is bringing his Marines over here because the EG team on the bottom, they say screw this damn bunker crap. cubert always has this bunker, and it's so annoying. So instead, what we're going to do is try and go after this rubble. No, because it got scouted by Aristeo, cubert is going to leave this Marauder to kill this proxy pylon, but the 4-gate is got to be finished now for EGAxSlav. He is just now getting those it turned into warp gates, and 5 zealots. 4 zealots are coming down here at the front. A couple of banelings are out for Aristeo, and oh man, so many zerglings just went down for StrifeCro to those 2 banelings positioned so nicely that they are actually going to fall back with the zealots, and now Aristeo is going to completely kill all of these zealots. And oh man, a couple of banelings looks like did just come in for those were Aristeo's banelings there, and again doing a ton of damage. So StrifeCro, I want to check units lost really quick. StrifeCro has lost 825 resources worth of units. That is practically all to baneling damage. So Aristeo has used 4 banelings and killed 1,000,000 zerglings so far. So nicely done there. It looks like they're going to return back to this rubble and force cubert again to run his Marines and Marauders all the way over there. So frustrating dealing with that, and the rubble is getting close to coming down here pretty soon. So at the same time, EGAxSlav is going to leave his army here, just what I was talking about, to try and force. Okay, cubert is bringing one Marauder over here, and it doesn't look like this Marauder is actually going to get quite a few free Zergling kills before this Rebel can go down. And now it looks like Aristeo is going to be forced to bring Zerglings and Banelings back over here to defend that. And EGAxSlav is actually, instead of trying to press this front, he is going to come and reinforce in here as StrifeCro's Zerglings are now inside the base. And uh-oh, gotta be careful. There's 4 Banelings right there for Aristeo, and these Stalkers need to try and focus down these Banelings, but trying to be protected at the same time by these Zerglings from Aristeo. There are 4 sentries in the back and a bunch of Zealots. Some force fields going down to try and block these Banelings. Those force fields not doing a whole lot there. These 2 Zealots getting caught way ahead of the rest of the army. The force fields actually coming back to haunt Team EG somewhat, but with some better force field placement right there, as these Zerglings are rendered useless because they're so scared of Aristeo's Banelings in the back. So the Baneling play from Aristeo, he didn't even need to use the Banelings in that engagement to make a big difference, as the Zerglings are going to come in here and get a surround on this bunker. It will quickly fall, and EGAxSlav and StrifeCro are just pressing the issue that StrifeCro is so scared of these Banelings right now. Really, EGAxSlav needs to be trying to focus on these Banelings so that he can allow his partner Zerglings some free reign. But cubert will be forcing those back, with his Marauders and Marines are really going to be difficult to deal with right now for the bottom team, as Marauders and Marines very strong against 4-gate or gateway units for the Protoss. And wow, EGAxSlav trying to pull back to reinforcements, but the stim from cubert on the Bio Ball just annihilated all of that. So Team Empire got a significant advantage at this point, I would say. And so are they going to counterattack that? Go all in? And I don't know what go na-ni means. Maybe that means go all in. But it looks like cubert will be quickly taking out that Overlord. Cubert or StrifeCro is not supply blocked at all. He's actually got a bunch of Zerglings inside of cubert's mineral line. And Aristeo trying to send a Baneling over there to try and help with that, but it looks like these Zerglings are going to get taken out by the Marines that did spawn down there, and cubert now is going to be pressing right into the Zerg base, and this army is really scary. If you are StrifeCro right now, there's no way that he's going to be able to deal with this. Cubert is actually going to stim up and snipe the hatchery down, and that is going to be GG from Team EG. So nice hold defensively by Aristeo and cubert. Some clutch Baneling action from Aristeo, and some nice micro with those Banelings. When he had those at this position here, when they first tried to break this position, and Aristeo had 2 Banelings, one on either side here, and they blew up so many of StrifeCro's Zerglings, that really swung the tide early. EGAxSlav trying desperately to keep them in the game on that press here, and he actually used up 4 force fields in this position that perhaps was a bit of a waste of the energy, and if he had tried to save that and perhaps get a better split of cubert's bio army, things could have been different. But nonetheless, it was a great game. Thank you again, cubert, for sending me this set of games, and I'm very excited. I had a blast casting these 4 games, and it looks like it is going to end up even at 2-2. So I guess it is going to come down to the next set. Don't call that a teaser, but set 2 is going to be 5 games between these 2 teams, and look for that to come up in the next few days. I'm already very pumped and looking forward to doing that, but for now I'm going to take a break and perhaps play a little of my own games of StarCraft and try and take something away from these incredible players that I have just broadcasted. So if you like the vid, give me that thumbs up and sub to my channel if you haven't yet and you're just lurking on all my broadcasts and you love this stuff. So thanks for watching. This is Irie StarCraft, and peace out.